It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Derrick Henry. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Buccaneers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 and 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A first carry for Rachaad White. A beautiful fake. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it.
Evades the tackle. Stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. The throw right sideline here is complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and
they run straight ahead here with White. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The numbers for White a week ago: 14 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Ziegler. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Ziegler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Holding offense. Don't do us like that.
So it's the big left tackle who gets...
And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, a third down and 8. Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Jamison Williams, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Going back to Love. being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. In motion right, that's Williams. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing. Love. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Love. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the 3 points there in CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here in the Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travel.
Well, he's free going down the left side. Big time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Read option. This is Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ziegler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Starting on the ground with Herbert. Shifts by him. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Love now. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he won't get any further as he's taken down right there at the 24. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll go again with Herbert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw, he fought defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Sanders' kick is good. And a to 14-6 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion. to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Love will try with his legs. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Herbert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Holding offense.
Now third down and 7. That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. On third down, Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Ziegler. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors. Clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now an option play on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to make a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is taken at the 18. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Dances by him, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of your...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up second and 17 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ziegler. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down, Love to pass. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw now, here's Love. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and they will take over first and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Ziegler. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Touchdown! A great effort as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. They're standing by as Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville. And that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Love looking to throw it. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
He's able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. White, he'll try the left side. And a good run here as he'll run it all the way down to the 40-yard line. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now he'll try to run with this. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Detroit's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
At the 27-yard line.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
Love going to keep it on the option. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs. Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
On the option, Love will hang on to it. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love from the gun. That is caught. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Love will try with his legs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Slot man moves right. On second down, they'll run with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Ziegler. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. So here come the Lions now. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in from the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, 62 yards. And the Lions have cut the lead back down to 2. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They give to White on the option. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Read option. This is White.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 7. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
1st down, going to the air with Love. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the option, here's Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get.
Just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. The drive starts with a run by White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Motion man left, Peoples-Jones. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Ziegler. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ziegler. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing on 1st down. Ziegler. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Bucs will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Glove. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. He hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Love. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's free going down the left left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Love now to pass on first down. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
They give to White on the option. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Looking to throw. Ziegler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's the option.
And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Back to throw. Ziegler
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
shoves him aside. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They defer to White out of the shotgun. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw on 3rd down, Ziegler.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those will be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Lions down by 6. Just over a minute 40 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They set up the screen for Henry.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here's Love. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Now Love.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And they will take a knee here. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Tampa Bay, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.